I wasn't a very good millwright, and that's why I'm here with you this evening. Premier, thank you for those very kind words. It was a privilege to work with you, and it means so much to me that you joined us this evening. I want to thank David Mitchell and David Brown and the Board of the Public Policy Forum for the experience of standing here this evening. It's another one of those moments that I could not have imagined when I came to Canada some 30-odd years ago. Congratulations to my co-honorees who share this evening with me. And I want to thank my public service colleagues, those public servants who work every day from coast to coast for governments and for citizens. I'm proud to have worked with you. I'm really proud to call myself a public servant, and I'm proud to be able to represent your achievements at a marvellous event of this kind. I had the great privilege to come to Ontario, to Canada, and to a welcoming country and a welcoming people, to have a family here, to meet my wife, Marie, who's here with me this evening, to work in the Ontario Public Service and to learn from great leaders, Rita Burak, a former Cabinet Secretary and former honoree, from several premiers going all the way back to Bob Rae, who is with us this evening, from terrific deputy ministers, all of whom took risks and gave me space to grow, and who gave me the space to do my job. And you have to get close to political leaders, really close, to see and understand just how hard they work and how much they give of themselves, and how much they take on their shoulders in terms of accountability. And to be on the receiving end of, if you like, the freedom to manage from those premiers and ministers is to take a great public trust in your hands. And we as senior public servants have the great honour of being able to do that. I have accomplished things that I simply did not consider possible. And now that includes teaching at the Public Policy School at the University of Toronto, a terrific group of graduate students and a terrific faculty. I am so grateful for the opportunities that Canada and Ontario has put in front of me. I want to take a few minutes tonight, as you might expect, to reflect on the importance of public sector leadership. Public sector leaders run the largest and most complex organisations in Canada, ones that have a huge impact on our society and on our economy. They ensure that high-quality support and advice is provided to the government of the day, and in an environment that's becoming more complex, more interconnected, borderless, and multifaceted. But that leadership also involves making sure that we're providing the best service possible to Canadians and that we're renewing our organisations. And I'll make 4 brief points about this. First, I am really proud of the progress that we've made in working together across ministry, across agencies, and across jurisdictional boundaries to improve front counter and web-based services. I did that working in partnership with Kevin Lynch, with my friend Alex Himmelfarb, and with Shelley Jameson continues that with Wayne Waters. The next phase in transforming service delivery, though, involves sorting out how we can achieve the very best value from the billions of dollars that we spend every year on health, social, justice, and social services, and in finding better ways of integrating services across those sectors. Because there are lots of special needs clients out there who do need services from all of those sectors. As my good friend Malcolm Sparrow says, this requires that we in government stop waiting for challenges and opportunities to adjust to the shape of our organisations, and that instead we reshape our organisations to better conform to the priorities that we want to tackle. This will not happen unless public sector leaders make it a priority. Second, we need stronger leadership in collaborative policy making. We need to build on that progress that we've made in service delivery. And that's boundary spanning leadership that will help our political leaders bridge the political and constitutional divisions that we see on critical areas like financial regulation, like climate change. And yes, what about national health and social benefits that benefit all Canadians? Because many Canadians wonder why access to unemployment benefits, and indeed to cancer drugs, depends on where they happen to live. And that doesn't seem fair to them. And it actually doesn't seem fair to me. My third point is about human resource leadership. This isn't just about ensuring that we're recruiting the very best staff to our organisations. It's about developing the remarkably diverse talent we already have in our organisations. It's about fulfilling the promises that we make to our young professionals when we recruit them. And these are our future leaders. And it's about getting serious in managing performance across our organisations, setting clear expectations for people, and being honest in appraising them. These are not peripheral human resource activities. They are critical for the future of public services in Canada. Fourth, given our fiscal challenges and increasing demands for service, public service leaders will be asked to spearhead further transformation in government. This means questioning legacy approaches and legacy processes in the way that our political leaders do, and in fact that some of our staff do, which in turn requires a focus on innovation. And of course the key question here is, and I'm asked this quite often, is how can we increase innovation in highly risk-averse government cultures? One obvious answer is that public servants are innovating all the time, every day. But we don't capture this in innovation and experience and share it as well as we should across our organisations. That's something that we can fix. Let's also, though, be explicit in acknowledging that innovation is also about experimentation. It's about trial and error, and it's about managing risk. So doing better in this area will require greater tolerance for failure and the will to adjust or shut down experimental initiatives when they go off course. We're not very good at that. And when they go off course and become political issues. Lastly, the role of public sector leaders in driving change, the role of public service leaders in driving change has to go hand in hand with the elevation of the values that guide the work of public servants every day. Those of non-partisan professionalism, providing the best evidence-driven advice in supporting the government of the day, adding public value in everything that we do, and maintaining a high standard of ethics. I'm happy to say that the leadership priorities I've talked about in the last couple of minutes are flourishing in some areas at every level of government in Canada. Let's support and extend those efforts because you and I know that they are vitally important and they deserve to be extended and supported. Thank you so much.